Oh, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes. Thanks once again for joining me at Small Storytime. Today we'll be reading a book entitled The Very Best Friends by Lulu Frost and Lorna Brown. Let's proceed with the read.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
When Grace moved into her new house, she loved the sunny yard and the tall trees.
Oh, yes, yes,
She loved
yes.
her pretty new bedroom with this giant window, but she missed all her friends.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I wish we weren't so far away, she told Puppy Jake.
Oh, yes, yes,
I
yes.
feel so lonely living here.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
In the corner of Grace's bedroom was a basket overflowing with colorful costumes.
Oh, yes,
Grace's
yes,
favorite
yes.
game was dress up, but it was no fun to play by herself.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
One day, Grace was sitting in her treehouse when she heard a girl's voice in the yard next door.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Grace peeped out, but all she could see were black clothes and long, tangled hair.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Oh dear, Grace said to Jake sadly. I like to wear pretty colors.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I'd never have messy hair. I don't think we'll ever be friends.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Next day, Grace put on her shimmery mermaid costume and hunted for her glitter comb and mirror.
Oh, yes,
She
yes,
sat
yes.
outside combing her hair, wishing for a mermaid friend.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Suddenly, she noticed a hole in the fence. Grace
yes, yes,
peeked
yes.
through.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
To her surprise, she saw a jumble of boxes and old curtains piled up on the grass.
Oh, yes, yes,
and
yes.
chairs lying topsy-turvy everywhere.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
They filled that pretty yard with trash, thought Grace.
Oh, yes, yes,
What
yes.
a messy family. Next day, Grace dressed up as a queen. She put on a beautiful gown and her golden crown and pretty party shoes. Gallop away,
yes, yes,
she told her
yes.
horse. But suddenly, there was a loud crash and lots of
yes,
banging
yes,
next door.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
That's a very nosy kingdom, said Grace. I don't think we'll ever go galloping there. Later that day, Mom came home with a surprise for Grace. Something to cheer you up, she said. She handed Grace a pair of sparkling fairy wings.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, said Grace happily. The wings matched her favorite fairy dress.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Grace flitted and fluttered outside, but a horrible smell was coming from next door.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Grace winked up her nose. Ugh, she said, that's disgusting. And she flew back into the house.
Oh, yes, yes,
A few days
yes.
later, Grace was playing with Jake when a girl wandered down the path next door.
Oh, yes, yes,
Grace
yes.
liked her pretty dress and purple shoes. Then Grace noticed the girl was crying. Hello, she said softly.
Oh, yes, yes.
The girl looked up in surprise. She hadn't noticed Grace through her tears.
Oh, yes,
Are
yes,
you my
yes.
new neighbor? She said quietly. Grace nodded.
Oh, yes,
She
yes,
couldn't
yes.
believe that this was the noisy, messy girl with the tangled hair.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
The girl told Grace her name was Emma.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Why are you crying? Grace asked Emma, gently. I was flying around in my bumblebee costume and the wings caught on a tree and ripped, she said.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Do you like playing dress up? Asked Grace with wide eyes.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Emma nodded. It's my favorite game. It's mine too,
Oh, yes, yes,
said
yes.
Grace excitedly. My mom just gave me some new fairy wings.
Oh, yes, yes,
You could
yes.
try them as bumblebee wings if you like.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, said Emma. Grace and Emma spent all afternoon playing dress up.
Oh, yes,
First,
yes,
Grace was a
yes.
butterfly and Emma was a bumblebee. Then Grace was a mermaid and Emma was a pirate.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Even Jake dressed up. He barked and wagged his tail proudly.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Next day, Emma knocked on Grace's door. She was wearing a fairy godmother costume.
Oh, yes, yes,
Thank you
yes.
for letting me use your fairy wings, she said. Thank you for playing with me, said Grace.
Oh, yes,
I
yes,
didn't have
yes.
any friends when I moved here, but now I have you. Aren't we lucky that we both like playing dress up?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I've brought my magic wand to grant you a wish, said Emma.
yes, yes,
What
yes.
do you wish for?
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
That's easy, said Grace.
Oh, yes,
I wish
yes,
that we would
yes.
always be best friends.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Emma waved her magic wand
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
and put a little box into Grace's hand.
Oh, yes, yes,
Grace
yes.
opened the box. Inside were two beautiful charms.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Look, said Emma, two hearts that fit together perfectly. just like us.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
This is a real wish come true, said Grace. Let's not just be best friends, let's be the very best friends ever.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
I really enjoyed this read. It taught me many things, but one in particular, the power of friendship. Whether male and male, or female and female, or male and female, or female to male. Everybody can be great best friends. It's a mutual thing, a mutual concept. Please, let's practice that first. Thanks once again for joining me at C Small Storytime. Have a great day.
It's C Small Storytime. It's C Small Storytime.
Oh yes, yes, yes.